Okay, now it's time to set up the gradebook. To do this, we're going to need the information from the syllabus to know what percentages we need to add into the gradebook. So I'm navigating to the syllabus, and then once it opens, scroll down to where your grade percentage breakdown is listed. It's important that there is a detailed grade percentage breakdown on each syllabus. So if yours does not contain one, be sure to get with your dean or program coordinator to add this into your syllabus. As you can see, the grade breakdown for this course is participation 10%, assignments 10%, quizzes 35%, midterm 20%, and final exam 25%. We need to take this information back over to the gradebook and make sure it matches so it calculates the grades correctly. To do this, scroll down to your full grade center by hitting this arrow. And the first thing you'll want to do is make sure your categories are present within the gradebook. To do this, go to the Manage tab and down to Categories. And here's the categories that are listed, and several of ours are not there. So we're going to need to create a category. So come up to the top, select the Create Category, and give it a name. Submit. The next one, Quizzes. So once you've submitted, you can see I have participation now available as well as quizzes. It looks like I do have assignments, so I also need to add final exam and midterm. And now when I look through, I see all the categories that were reflected on that syllabus: assignments, final exam, midterm, participation, and quizzes. When they're all there and you want to make sure there's only one of each category, if there happens to be a duplicate, then you'll hit this drop down and just hit delete. But since this is correct and there's one of each category, I'm going to come down to the bottom and hit OK. Next, you'll need to create your calculated column. To do so, you'll come to Create Calculated Column, and we are going to want to do a weighted column. A total column is used for if you're doing a points gradebook, which is very uncommon, so we're going to show a weighted column at this point. Hit Select. For the column name at Atlanta Tech, we use the term overall grade. And grade center name just means what will be displayed, so we'll type that again, or you can leave it blank and it'll just show overall grade from the column name. Scroll down. You want to set it to percentage. Continue to scroll down, and you'll get to an area called Select Columns. Just ignore the column on top because this is showing all the assessments you have loaded in the gradebook. We want to concentrate on categories to select. So again, I'm going to select the categories that were on the syllabus: assignment, final exam. You're going to use this bottom arrow to do this: quizzes, midterm, and participation. Now your categories may be different, have different names, but you're going to do this process the exact same. Once all of the categories have been added into this area, you'll put in the percentages. So the final exam for this class is 25%, the quizzes are 35%, the midterm is 20%, participation is 10%, and assignments are 10%. A good way to make sure that you've entered everything correctly is to scroll down to the bottom, and here it says total weight of 100, which is what I'm going for. Everything looks good, so I'm going to hit submit. Overall grade, that looks fantastic, except it's missing something. There has to be a green checkbox on that overall grade for it to communicate with Banner and for you to submit your grades. To make sure or to add it, hit the drop-down menu and select Set as External Grade. Now your gradebook is set up so it will calculate properly. Many of your classes will already have this set up from the master, but it's a very good practice to come through each CRN and make sure these percentages are added correctly, or your overall grade will not calculate correctly.